Greetings everyone, Wildchild here, welcome back to another episode of Battlefield 4, and we're back to my favorite map, the Railway, and this is game number 3 of our little session, 3 game session with the AK-5C Blue Tiger Power. Pretty awesome. So this game is, I think it's packed with the little moments that makes me look good on video. Those little moments was like, wow, you kill like 3 or 4 guys in a row, and little moments. They're pretty good, and it's all awesome. It all builds up to helping your team to reach victory. That your team won at the end. Always looks good. Never get tired of that. So sometimes I get private messages. I get a lot of questions, and I get things like teach me how to play the game. How do you know what to do, and things like that. And I think it's just more about guessing. So today we're gonna talk about some of my or battle tips. I always try to give some tips and tactics and stuff that I do in the game. Well, like what I'm doing live commentary right now, I mean, it's pretty obvious what I do. If you watch a bunch of my videos, you already know how I play. So I guess all these questions is like I don't do anything weird. I don't do anything like I mean, first of all, I don't play to impress, anybody. I don't play to impress. I don't post videos to impress anybody. Just entertainment and just sharing what I do in games. So to be one of those things that helps to win games, and that's another question. Like, how do you win so many games? Although the other day I just posted my first loss in a while. It was a painful loss. But it's pretty much just a bunch of victories where I played domination or TDM. I mean, first of all, it's not just me. Lucky to have good players on my team, so it's not just about me. You know what I mean? Decent teammates always makes your job easier. But one thing that I like to do, and I want to share with you, is about taking your time to do things. I talked about this in previous videos, and that's very important to win games. Very important, because sometimes it doesn't matter if you, let's say we're playing domination, if you go ahead and rush and capture the flag, sometimes you end up losing the game if you were the one to capture B. So I'm not saying not to capture the flag, but you have to take your time on what you're doing, right? So if we're playing an objective based game mode, the domination, which that's what most play, domination and TDM. It's about that defending. That's the key in domination, defending those flags. It's not about rushing. It's not about running around the map, because you don't win games by running too much. You win game by holding those objectives. And whether you like it or not, the enemy is gonna try to steal those objectives. I'm not saying, or I'm not encouraging people to camp, because it's different. Playing defense and camping is a total different situation. It's nowhere near. So people tend to get confused in that. Especially now, Call of Duty people as well. They tend to bitch about it. If you play some defense, if you're defending a couple of flags, they think you're camping, and they just get aggravated. But anyways, so in a game of like domination, defense is very important. But in a game of like TDM, uh, rushing and looking for the enemy, obviously it's very important, but you also need to take your time to see what's going on. There's a lot of people who like to go in houses, snipe. There's a lot of people who like to use shotgun, like myself. You guys have seen those gameplays. So you need to take your time to see what's going on. To figure out how are you going to tackle the game. You cannot play every game or each game the same way, because either the enemy are using certain guns, be the map. Some maps are easier for, let's say, shotguns, or submachine guns. Other maps, carbines are just perfect for them, or LMGs. Some people think that certain maps are easier for sniping. So in my opinion, I think when you take your time, and I'm talking about seconds, not just the full game. Go prone somewhere and start thinking, what am I going to do? That's not gonna work very well. But you start moving around. You start moving around, and you'll see me doing this. I'm moving around. Sometimes I stay away from my team. You know, not because I hate my team, but just because I'm trying to cover more ground. And sometimes I find like 3 or 4 or 5 of the enemy. Sometimes I kill them all. Sometimes I get killed after 2 kills. You know what I mean? So it just goes like that. But the thing is to think outside the box a little bit, to be unpredictable. This is very important, and this is probably battle tip number 2. Be unpredictable. You know, some of the stuff that I do, they look easy on video. You know, destroying some of these guys and all that. It's because people tend to do the same thing every time you play the same map in every game mode and things like that. So having that knowledge, it's pretty much like it's like you already know what they're going to do, right? So having the knowledge, you take it to your advantage, and that's an easy way to kill the enemy. You know, have you seen the this is gonna sound kind of weird, but have you seen the movies such as the like Steven Seagal movies where he uses the enemy's strength against them? You know what I mean? The enemy's opponent against them and all that. Well, basically it's the same thing. You know, we know what they're gonna do. We just let them come to you. We just let them, you know, whatever they're trying to do, and when bang, we kill them. So I don't know. In a way, it kind of makes sense, or at least in my head. So those are the things that I do in games that I know what's gonna happen, and after that I just I kind of guess. You know, sometimes I guess wrong. That's why I get killed. Either because I guess wrong, or my accuracy kind of sucks, or you know I get like team up. I mean, yeah, they jump in like 3 of these guys. They jump on me, and there's not much you can do. But for the most part, you know, I guess, and most of the times I guess right in which flank to cover, what to do, not to do. And I mentioned this in a previous video, and I tend not to go to the enemy spawn or search in every building. Sometimes I do. I think I did a little bit in this gameplay, but for the most part, I don't do that because I don't think this game is weird sometimes, and you get killed by 1 bullet and things like that. So it's not like it's not about skill. I mean, skill-wise, I feel comfortable, you know, that I can go ahead and into any building and kill a guy. But the game is so weird, and you know, I just want to avoid aggravation. So I try to avoid that. That's the main reason. Second, if you don't go there, they're gonna get bored, and in a way you kind of flush them out of their camping spot, and they don't know what to do. They have no awareness, and they start running around maybe looking for kills, and you kill them multiple times throughout the whole game. So those are the easy targets sometimes that you see me killing, or what I believe, you know, they just camp over there. And so those things is what I do. It's just, you know, some of the knowledge that I have. Nothing like whoa, this is crazy. Not just basic stuff. About the most important one, I think, is just, you know, have a little patience and just take your time to do things. Like in TDM over here, you don't win by running around the map. You don't win by running laps here, right? That you can run whatever you want, and you're gonna get killed. So take your time, see what's going on. Spawns change it all the time. Spawns are pretty weird. If you watch the first gameplay of this little series, that game on the rock transmission, remember what I told you at the 1 minute 20 seconds on that gameplay, how the enemy spawned in front of me. So spawns are bad, are not fixed yet, so that's another thing that you need to be careful with. You know, spawns, where you're gonna spawn at, or where they're gonna spawn at, because they could spawn in front of you. Like I was lucky in that case that there was just one guy, he spawned in front of me and I kill him. It couldn't be 2, 3, 4 guys. So spawns are weird, so also be careful with that. And with combined with taking your time and a little patience, you'll be able to start, you know, racking up kills, man, and having some good games. So those are the secrets, you know. And I will continue to share the stuff that I do in gameplays, so you may hear all this stuff again in other gameplays. But it's basically what I do. Nothing out of this world. It's just basic stuff, and you know, like I think and I believe, like if you stick to basics, That's all you need to do well. You don't need to do anything extra in order to destroy the enemy. I think basics are just enough, and that's basically what I do. I just stick to the basics. Where I play Battlefield, Call of Duty, and if I play other games multiplayer related, you'll see me doing the same thing. So um, I don't change my game style much. It's basically the same, regardless the game that I'm playing. It's all the same. Yeah, you change a little bit, here and there, but it stays the same thing and works for any shooter game that I played and posted in my channel. Well, in my other channel, when I had the other channel, I posted more gameplays. Um, but you'll see me doing the same thing, and it just works. So, anyways, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this gameplay, and hope all these tips help you out to get better at the game. My name is Wild Child, and as always, if you haven't, please check out my channel, the videos, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you for watching. Alright, later.